Welcome to UK Theme Parks. Before we start, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of all the latest videos. Hello, my name is Adam and welcome to UK Theme Parks. And yes, what a backdrop today. We have come along for Fiver weekend at Adventure Wonderland. Now it's not normally a place that we particularly like coming to because we've never had a good day out here. And to be fair, I don't feel particularly great. So, in hindsight, probably not a good idea, but Fiver weekend, gotta love Fiver weekend, and we're hoping today that it's going to be good value for money. Now we've entered the park, it was quite busy out there, obviously we will take you around the park, and we've come straight into the Wild Thing play area, and this actual play area, this is open all year round. This is actually a nice place to be. It's got some lovely climbing activities. The park, if you don't know, is designed for sort of 2 to 10 year olds, so I obviously have my 14-year-old with me today. It's going to be a little bit bored, but the Galleon's quite good, he loves the bumper boats, and we're yet to try the new log flume. So he's snuck into the Wild Thing play area here. And they're having a whale of a time at the moment, which will wear them out for the first half hour. In here gets really, really busy, sort of. People come in, they go to the rides first, a couple of rides that they have got here, and then they head into the play area. Now it does look like it's going to rain outside as well, so even more reason to get in here before it does, because as soon as it rains, everyone will be in here. Down the back of the Wild Thing play area, I think it is called Wild Thing play area as well, rather than me just finging it, is the cafe as well. And they've got a little cafe over the back where you can get kind of snacks, treats and drinks as well. We're not on that yet, it is only 10:10, so the park has only just opened. As I said, we paid a fiver to get in, so 15 quid for all of us is an absolute bargain. Located in Bournemouth, for those that don't know, it's not on a lot of people's radar, Adventure Wonderland, and you know, if you don't have children, to be fair, there's no point in coming. Absolutely no point in coming here. It's a bit like the Gulliver's Parks, but we're going to try it out today. We're going to see what animals they've got. We're going to try out the rides. As I said, we do like the boat. We're going to go on the roller coaster. I remember that being really uncomfortable. Go on the roller coaster. We'll try and get you some POVs while we're here as well. And yeah, let's do Adventure Wonderland. Once I finish sitting down and they finish running around there, because I'm way too big for this. Kurt, go find the white rabbit.
What white rabbit?
I don't know. Go find it. So we're outside. We ventured out from the Wild Thing play area, and of course we've just done the teacups. Now last time we came actually on the teacups, we weren't allowed to spin them. I remember not being able to spin them. We just sort of sat there and we kind of went round and nothing really happened. But that time, no one seemed to care. We spun them and we got a fairly good spin out of them as well. Something moving in the bush here, that doesn't surprise me. And yeah, that was all right actually. I mean, they're not like, you know, Halen Island ones, they're not like Legoland ones, but they're probably better than Fort Park's ones, to be honest with you. So that was quite good. Kurt's found a rabbit. Kurt's found a real rabbit that's run under his feet. There's quite a lot around here, to be fair. We usually see them when we go in the maze, and the maze is where we're heading soon. There's still a lot of like abandoned areas, and I can't quite remember what was here, to be honest with you. But I can tell you it's not there anymore. You'll see the teacups in the background. The kids have just been on the web, which is a little climbing frame to the right. We'll pan back round now. And then the right of that again, what we see there is the maze and of course the herb garden, which they're walking through at the moment. You know, they've had a whale of a time in the Wild Thing play area. They're in there 45 minutes without even realising. And of course we've just done the teacups, which actually I really, really enjoyed. It's this kind of thing I don't like. It just looks derelict, but we've only kind of started taking it in today. I'm not sure we're going to catch the show today, because the last show we caught was horrendous and it nearly sent me to sleep. But we'll see. We will see. We're going to head now round the corner. We've got the big outdoor play area, and then we're going to head into the maze. You're going to get scared in here, Tom?
No.
You are, aren't you?
No.
You are.
No.
40 minutes. You reckon we can make it through in about 40 minutes?
Yeah.
I reckon we can as well.
I reckon in 25 minutes.
Come on. So Cody's going to lead the way here. If we get lost, there's a telephone number. We can look back. I don't quite know how they're going to get us out of here, but maybe they'll be able to come and get us out. Now this actually is a huge maze, a proper huge maze, and as you can see, it's proper tall as well. Unlike the one at Black Gang Chine, where we could see over the top of it, you can't see anything here, nothing at all, and it's all fairly tight. So we're following Cody around here. They reckon the average completion time is 40 minutes. Last time we came in here, it was raining. Cody got scared of a rabbit, and it was just a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. I really can't remember how long we were in here for, but I really wanted to get out. So this time, hopefully, as we walk into a dead end, good one, Cod. As we walk into a dead end, we'll get out a little bit quicker. So we'll give you a few snippets as we go around, as we walk down a second dead end, and we'll see where we get to. Find the way, Cody. Find the way. That's the hill.
That's the hill. Oh.
You've walked us down another dead end. That's three. That's 3 dead ends in a minute. I think we're just going to end up moving in here. We'll come back shortly. I'm hesitating a dead end coming up by the lack of trimming on these bushes. Doesn't look like a lot of people walk down here. I swear we've just been here. We're going to note the time now. So we've been in here 5 minutes. It's 11:18. So 11:13 is when we got in here. We've just been here, Cody. We're going to be in here forever. We'll be back soon. Yes.
Oh my god, it's huge! Never realised it was this big.
Well, they've made it to the middle, look. So the Holy Grail is that middle bit over there, the little mound. And then somehow to exit below us now, where people are actually exiting. But as you can see, this maze is huge and very bushy, so...
That's the entrance.
Is this the entrance?
Hey! Kurt's coming back out the entrance. Good one, Kurt. No. Kurt's come back out the entrance, which means we're royally lost, to be fair.
Ah, we'll be fine.
And of course, with the one at Black Gang Chine, you could look around and you could kind of plan a route where you wanted to go.
But you can't. Yeah.
but it just looks like bushes. So we're going to head down and we either find the middle or we find the exit, but let's push on. Let's push on. I'm losing the will to live, Cody. This is massive, this maze.
Do you have to go that way?
I remember this bit.
That way? Do you have to go this way?
I'm following you. Doesn't look very trimmed down here. When it doesn't look very trimmed, I'm not convinced that people walk down here.
I'm convinced.
You're convinced, are you? Okay.
I'm convinced they haven't done it because they haven't been able
He's
to do
convinced. I think we're going to head into a dead end shortly.
it. No.
We found an emergency exit, which means we're right on the end. So, okay, let's go again.
Back it more to the middle.
How far are we in? 13 minutes. We've been in here 13 minutes now, and we haven't made it to the middle yet. It just seems ludicrous, it really does. But we're heading back in now. We're going to skip the emergency exit, and we're going to carry on going until we find this mound. A mound. How'd you get on in the maze?
Fine.
How'd you get on in the maze?
Failed miserably. Come out the emergency exit.
Yeah, we went back to the emergency exit and decided to come out. We were in there 20 minutes and quite honestly just gave up. We just gave up, just don't have the energy for it today. We just end up in the same place. We went over the bridge, Kurt didn't go over the bridge, and yet we still met up in the middle. It's really, really strange. I don't know when we'll come back here next, to be honest with you, or if we'll come back here next, but if we do, we are setting aside an hour and a half to conquer that maze, because that thing just gets us every single time. We just can't get through it and out the right end. So, maze-wise, we failed. We failed miserably, but we are definitely coming back to do that. We're definitely. Yeah?
On a day when it's not warm.
On a day when it's not warm?
Yeah, because I don't want to be stuck in there when it's hot. I'd rather
Don't
be
want to be
cold.
stuck in it when it's
That's
raining.
it, people. Take in those clouds up there and the beautiful sunshine. Wally.
Yonder falls will cause quite a splash.
That POV is going to be awesome.
Hopefully I don't drop it, that's all I care about. We didn't even go up.
We went down instead of top. Now we're not moving.
I know.
We're not moving.
We're not going nowhere.
We're only going down.
If it can lift 2 adults, it can lift us. If it can lift an adult and a kid, it can lift us. That's pathetic.
Let's go up a little bit.
Oh my god. Is that it?
And makes us go up, like,
And I look at all the others.
and then down. Look, they're going pretty high.
Didn't even work. Nothing's happening.
Why can't we actually go somewhere?
That's dreadful.
We're only going down.
This is really boring. This is actually dreadful.
Yeah. Can we not at least go up?
Can you put on like the most miserable flex you can?
To be fair, the song's more entertaining.
do. Oh,
Went
I
down.
don't know. I think we go up about 10 centimetre.
Yeah, then we go down. Like,
Look at all the other people up there.
I don't know. I wish we were up there.
I know. This is dreadful. And the tether is dreadful as well.
Look, I'm here. Oh my god.
See the alpacas.
Okay. Mama.
Alpaca.
Alpaca.
Careful.
Come on, boy.
Alpaca.
Yeah.
Oh.
They don't have nothing, do they? Oh, that's not special.
So the Ghosty Galleon is arguably the park's biggest ride. Now, we had some lunch and then we went on the log flume. That's our first time on the log flume. Yeah, they got absolutely soaked. Cody got absolutely soaked in the front. Cody and I didn't get wet in the back, not really at all. The hose pipe, which is notorious for this ride, now fires at the side of the boat, so it doesn't actually get you wet on there, on kind of wherever you sit, where beforehand it kind of sprayed up and it got everyone wet. It's a little uncomfortable. It feels like the trails are a little bit small for the boat. The boat does really have some movement from side to side. A little bit disappointed with it, to be honest with you. A little bit disappointed. Very slow as well, very slow. From there we've gone to the yo-yo. You'll have seen from Kurt's POV the yo-yo, because what happened is that we all went to get on it. Obviously they're sitting together and then I was sitting separately, so they were a little bit lighter. And I got on it, and then the girls that were supposed to sit together decided to split up. Now, even though we got in first, the ride attendant decided that the boys had to go back and wait for the next ride, which was useless. Absolutely useless. She should really have done her job and you know, sort it out. But to be fair, she's as miserable as most of the people here, so she didn't. She didn't. And then they got on it, and you'll have seen from the POV, just useless, utterly useless ride. If it can't handle having adults on it, just don't let adults go on it. Utterly useless. Some of them are broken because of the restraints. They kind of slide down the plastic poles, and then they have the ring metal bits which slide up and down. You know, half of them are bent so far up that the poor girl, in fairness to her, can't get them up and down. So there's a couple of seats out of order, and they probably just need bending back into position. But it's just a diabolical ride, absolutely diabolical. Galleon, what do you think?
The ride was good, but the state of it's horrible.
In what way?
There's rubbish everywhere, it looks derelict. The pond is just filled with dirt.
So you'll have seen from the photos I took while we were filming the ride that it just doesn't look very nice at all, but it does ride quite well, doesn't it?
Yeah, right.
It's quite a good rider. And then we've just been on the roller coaster. We've seen the roller coaster. Bearing in mind it's a junior one.
It's alright. Judd us a bit at the end, but it's okay.
Yeah, so it's got a nasty corner to finish it off, but it's all right. It's probably all right for a park like this. Cody's going back on the yo-yo now to get some height, because obviously if one of us sit with him, then we ain't going nowhere because we're too heavy. But and then we're calling it a day, because quite honestly, I've had enough. And we'll sum up.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Nah.
Nah. It's obviously not aimed at your age group, but what do you think?
Nah. The animals, that bit's not even good either.
Why?
Because there's a massive horse in this tiny little thing, and you'd have thought during the day it'd be in the field. No, it's in its little hut.
Kurt's not happy at all, as you can tell. Now, I don't often give parks a bad review, by any means stretched of the imagination. You know, but at the end of the day, I don't want someone coming here and spending $13.99 to come in, because I think even with the indoor play area, which is good, and the maze, which is good, and maybe even the boat, which is good, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You know, the staff just aren't good enough. They really aren't good enough. You know, when you come to small parks like this, you know, arguably when we go to like Lightwater Valley, for instance, you know, they're not the most popular theme park in the world, and we know they're not. But when you go there, you kind of, the staff are brilliant, always brilliant. You know, we go down to Funland, the staff are always good down in Funland. They are down in Clarence Pier. You know, these little places that are really trying to survive and hang out have great staff, and you usually find you have problems at the bigger parks, but it just seems to be stuck in the 90s, this park. You know, they're advertising for winter period 2018, 2019, and it's quite obvious that their indoor section obviously does them quite well, but staggered if this park reopens next year. Absolutely staggered, because it's just disgusting. Everywhere you look, it's just disgusting. You know, it's supposed to be grass. You know, if you need more pathways, make more pathways. Honestly, make more pathways. It just looks awful. Really does look awful. And you know, yo-yo needs to be thrown in the bin. Arguably, a couple of the other rides need to be thrown in the bin as well.
For the horses and that fell down.
Yeah. I mean, the poor ponies you'd have seen. They're strapped to a fence that's leaning over. You know, I just don't get it. I really, really don't get it. The indoor area, it's quite nice. It's actually quite nice. And you know, it's not just me saying this. There'll be other people that have visited, and you'll have seen maybe some vlogs, or indeed you will have seen some TripAdvisor reviews, which are absolutely terrible of the place as a general role. I just don't know how they're surviving. I really don't. But you know, fingers crossed. We don't like to see any park closure.
I'm not bothered.
Okay, he's not bothered.
It's not, I wouldn't call it a park.
Okay, I don't like to see it anywhere closed. I don't like to see us use anywhere in the UK. And you know, when you come into a place like this, you do have lower expectations, and I did anyway, because quite honestly, I've had such bad experiences here. But you know, if you come in and the staff are amazing and it's clean, you know, even if they can't afford new rides, you take it all into account as being a great experience. But there's just nothing about it. It's a great experience, and it's a real shame because, you know, it's a nice bit of land. It looks dated. The rides are dated. You know, even the coast is dated. The wild thing is actually quite nice. The land's dated. The animal enclosures are dated. Everything's just dated. But honestly, we paid a £5 to get in today. I feel a bit ripped off. He didn't pay it, I did, but I feel a little bit ripped off.
Probably go to a £1 fair and get on 5 rides.
Yeah, so that's a valid point. You can go to a £1 fair, probably get much better customer service, because they really want to engage with you to get on their rides, and you'd have got on 5 top rides and probably had a much better time. But fingers crossed for them. Fingers crossed for them. We'll get the yo-yo out of the way, then we're out of here. So that's it, that time with just Cody on, the yo-yos did go up. And as we said, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, if they can't go up with adults on, then don't let adults ride, because, you know, poor Cody sitting with Kurt, he just didn't get a ride out of it. And it's not a great ride to begin with, let alone when you don't go anywhere, and you'll see that from the POV. Log flume over the back, you know, actually doesn't look too bad, does it? As a general, no, doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad, but inside the building again, they've just completely forgotten about the ceiling. So the ceiling is just MDF with like its print numbers on. And it's just like, why go to so much effort here?
And they put some monkeys here and stuff, but then over the back it's just stones.
Yeah, it's like half an effort. I don't know. I appreciate this isn't a big theme park, but you would just think that with some of the effort they've made on that, they'd have made it a little bit more effort. The log flume itself is not good at all. It doesn't ride very well. It's a little bit uncomfortable. Just didn't enjoy it. I bought the boys for a day out. So Kurt here and Cody, who's on the yo-yo, you know, I bought them to have a day out. And they've kind of enjoyed it. You know, they appreciate I've only paid a £5 for it, so they kind of enjoyed it. But it's not been special, is it?
No, not really.
We're going to miss the bumper boats, which they do like, but they got soaked on the log flume, which is the reason why we're missing the bumper boats. And I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. I
don't know. If this place is here next year, I'll be staggered. I'm really sorry, but I'll be staggered. You know, we've visited this place now 4 times, and every single time we've had a god-awful day here, haven't we? Even when I've been feeling fine, I've had a god-awful day here. You know, rude staff, you find staff on their mobile phones. You know, the one that couldn't deal with the yo-yo, so Kurt on the yo.
Me and Cody were at the front of the queue. We go and sit down. She says that one's broken, and then she gets more people in to go sit in the other seats, and then tells us to get back off. And then wait for the next ride, even though the other people pushed in front, and then they separated to take up even more cars.
So I said about this,
2 little kids.
and he's obviously quite agreed with this, and you then held the gate.
And then I had to hold the gate to stop 2 little kids getting through, because she couldn't be bothered to slide the lock thing across. It's lazy and miserable.
There we go, lazy and miserable is the way that Kurt described it. And that's coming from Kurt, who's probably been, he's not been lazy today, actually, he's helped me quite a lot, but he's definitely been miserable today. I don't know what to expect. You know, I expect a level of service when you come to a theme park that's clearly struggling by the state of the place, you know, just needs to do better, and it's just not. But that's what hosepipe. So you know, that's us done. That's Adventure Wonderland. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's been negative, but you've got to see some of the rides here. You know, I'm going to say, if you need to pay $13.99 to come, don't. Seriously, save your money, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. We may come back next year if it's still here, and we'll review it again. But some serious cleaning needs doing, some serious maintenance needs doing. You know, the rides need replacing. This place is awful, absolutely awful. My name's Adam. This has been UK Theme Parks. We'll see you next time.